Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Well, it is really, really hot outside tonight. I was actually sitting here right before I started vlogging and I was like, I can feel just a little bit of a breeze. And I'm like, oh, please, more. It is currently 12:07 a.m. on Wednesday evening going into Thursday morning. And I hadn't planned on vlogging tonight for tomorrow, and I was waiting for my vlog from Wednesday to be done uploading to YouTube so that I could post it, because I wanted to make sure that I posted it before I went to bed, and I was going to go to bed early tonight. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to sit outside and I'm going to vlog. And then right before I started vlogging, I checked and my video was ready, so I just posted it. But the reason that I am vlogging tonight instead of tomorrow is that Tanya is going to pick me up at 11:30 tomorrow, and then we're going to have a pool day all day. I got so much sun today, and I'm like burning up. Alex even looked over at me when we were sitting there watching TV earlier, and he was like, "You got really red today," and I was like, "I know." So I'm gonna have to put on the sunscreen tomorrow, and yeah, I've got my swimsuit all ready with my t-shirt, and I have my bag packed, and then I have towels in the wash, so I'm going to put it in the dryer before I go to bed so that they're fresh and clean for me to go and lay out at the pool tomorrow. And I'm really excited. She's going to pick me up, and we'll probably get Starbucks or Fountain Pops or something on the way, and then go to the pool. And so yeah, so I'm excited about that. And then she's got something she's got to do in the evening. She's actually doing something with our sponsor. So I am going to come home. I don't know what time I'll come home. Alex was like, well, how long are you going to be at the pool? I said, I don't know, 4 or 5. I may end up leaving at 3. It just kind of depends, whenever I want. So I think she's planning on staying up there till 5 or something. So whenever she leaves, I'll leave. Anyway, obviously, I'm excited about that. And then Friday, Caroline is coming to pick me up and run some errands, although I don't really have that many errands to run. I'll probably have her take me by Crumble Cookies so that I can do a review on Friday of Crumble Cookies. But other than that, I really don't have anything, errands to run. So if it's nice on Friday, I think it's supposed to be partly cloudy, we'll probably go to the pool. Even though she's been at the lake for the last 2 days, and I'm going to pull you guys here just a little bit closer. Even though she's been at the lake the last 2 days, and I have been going to the pool, we'll probably go to the pool on Friday. Yeah, that's what you do in the summer. So anyway, I have my video for my drama channel already filmed for tomorrow. It's a Real Housewives reaction video with Alex and I talking about the top hottest scandals of all time. And yeah, so I'm gonna post that, and then if there's some other drama that comes up when I get home, I'll film a video really quick and post that. But I post 2 videos today, and I posted my vlog right now. I didn't do any other videos on any other channels. So tomorrow I was like, well, if I come home and I'm tired from being at the pool all day long and I want to take a nap, then I'll be happy that I have my vlog already done. So I was like, and I'm trying to vlog almost every day. I took a break from vlogging. I think you guys know, last week, there was 1 day that I didn't vlog. But I always kind of beat myself up for it a little bit. I'm kind of I wish I had vlogged, and usually it's if it just the time gets away from me and then it's too late. Recently, as you know, I've been vlogging anywhere between 5 and 7, 5 and 6:30 and 7, 5 to 6:30 and 7, somewhere in there. And then Alex and I kind of watch TV or relax for the evenings. But yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the vlog and keep it going, and it's really good for me. So I enjoy it. Although today I'm vlogging twice now. I thought my vlog from earlier was going to be short, and I kind of knew when I was filming it. This is my vlog from Wednesday night. I kind of knew when I was filming it that I had gone I thought it was going to be like 30 minutes. And remember, I was talking in there about how like this is going to be my week of 30-minute videos. And when I uploaded it, or when I rendered it together, it ended up being like 58 minutes. So it was a lot longer than I thought it would be. So anyway, Alex took me to the grocery store tonight, and then I came home and I vlogged. And then he had, by the time I got inside, he had already made and eaten his pizza, his DiGiorno's pizza. He ate all of it. He was so hungry. And so I made 2 little sandwiches. Well, not 2 little sandwiches. I used like the hamburger buns on the King's Hawaiian bread. And then I had some pasta salad, and I had some of my chips with dip. And later I had a candy bar. I just had a little picnic, you know. And then we watched, well, he was watching Watch What Happens Live, and Lizzo was the guest. And so I watched like the last half of that, which was really good. I like Lizzo. And then we had like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills had just stopped recording. So I was like, do you want to watch that? And he was like, well, I was going to take a shower. And I was like, well, you can take a shower if you want to, babe. Like, I was just suggesting it. And so he was like, no, we can watch it. So, because I was just going to watch Game Show Network or something while I ate, because that was like when I had my meal ready. And so we watched Beverly Hills, and I ate, and then he went and took a shower, and then he was talking to his friend Sarah on the phone, because she just got back from visiting her sister and seeing her nephew, and she had a really great trip. And so anyway, he was talking to her about that. Tomorrow night they're doing like a girls' dinner, like a birthday girls' dinner for his friend Megan. So they were talking about that as well. So I don't know what I'll do tomorrow night. Probably just relax and watch some TV. But then, see, I thought like it'll be nice because, you know, if Alex is here, I try to like watch TV or we watch a movie or something. You know, I obviously want to spend time with my husband. Is this like, this shirt is like, look, it's like so baggy on me all of a sudden. I don't know why. But anyway, so since he's not going to be here tomorrow night, well, he'll come home from work and then he'll go out to dinner probably. But since he's not going to be here, then instead of me taking a nap at like 10 o'clock, I can take a nap, you know, like from like 6 to 8 or something. And then I'll have my vlog and my drama video already up and or ready to go. Because I'll start rendering this as soon as I get done. Oh, the breeze. Oh, the tree is blowing in the wind. It's so pretty. So anyway, so then I can take a nap with little dog. You know, I'll come home and I'll feed little dog, and then we'll take a nap together, and it'll be nice. And then I can sit outside tomorrow evening maybe and read a little bit, or my neighbor's been going up to the pool in the evening, like early evening, so I might go up to the pool with her. We'll see. She goes up there and just kind of sits out, and so she always like texts me and or comes over and walks over, and she's like, I'm walking up to the pool, you want to come? She's so sweet. This is my one that they just, like, they're retired. And she's in charge of the book club in the neighborhood. I was actually out here. Her husband gets up really early in the morning, like 4:30 or 5, and walks the dog. He walks him like one whole lap around, or loop around the neighborhood. And I was out, like, this is how late I was up watching TV. I was up so late that, like, because I can see their motion sensor lights when they go on, and so their motion sensor lights went on. They don't, like, back in the day, they kind of scared me at first because I wasn't used to it, but now I just know that, like, they're getting up. I can't remember what I was watching. Oh, I was watching that Victoria's Secret documentary. I might do that video tomorrow, but if not, then I'll just I'll do that video on Friday. But anyway, the lights came on, and I could there was some animal, like there was a rabbit. I have a little rabbit in our yard. That comes over here and visits me at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, the rabbit was in the yard, and the neighbor's dog like was leashed, and he like went after it, and so he took him in the opposite direction. But anyway, that's how late I was up. They know, like I've told everybody that I stay up late and watch shows on my iPad, and that's not the first time that he's come out here. He's come out here before when it's like, I mean, like a year ago when I would watch, or 2 years ago when I would watch like Orange is the New Black or Wentworth. Not Wentworth, but it was the last show it was like some show that I binge watched last summer, and I was up really, really late watching it. And I was like, I have to watch this whole, I might have been Stranger Things. Was that on last summer? Hell, I don't know. But anyway, so then tomorrow night, at midnight, will come on, because it's on Apple TV, will come on Loot and, what do you call it? Blackbird. And then I'll also have The Old Man, because that comes out on Thursdays. That'll be out at 3 a.m. So I'll have 3 shows to watch. I don't know when Canada's Drag Race, the next episode, comes on. Probably Friday, Thursday or Friday. I think WoW Presents posts their shows on Friday. So I'll have like 3 or 4 shows to watch tomorrow night, which is fun and exciting. And then get up for Caroline on Friday. And I'm kind of like, right now, I'm like, as long as I vlog almost every day, like if I take a day off a week from vlogging, like I'm not going to beat myself up too bad about that. But if I vlog almost every day, and I get something up on my Peter Monn channel most days, and 3 or 4 days out of the week I post a Peterisms video, and let's say 2 days to 3 days out of the week I post on my Peter Does Stuff channel, like I'm okay with myself right now. Like I feel like that's a lot for me, you know, having only been back for like 6 weeks now. The review channel is suffering greatly. And the thing is that I have things in there. I have some chips to review. I have sodas to review. I have 2 kinds of ice cream to review. I have things to review. But by the time that I start getting the videos up, it's always like so late in the day, because I like go to the pool or I clean up around the house or whatever. Like that's the thing, is that I need to start getting up earlier. And but then I enjoy sitting outside, you know, watching shows and stuff. When I was watching Beverly Hills, like I could have gone to bed like right after that, but I wanted to make sure that the vlog got up tonight. And now that I'm vlogging, when I get done vlogging, I'm going to be awake. It's the problem, which is why I'm drinking water and I'm not drinking caffeine. This is actually my water from earlier. And when I went inside, I put it in the refrigerator to get it so it was cold again, so it was chilled. And I had lemonade with my dinner, and it was delicious. Freshly squeezed lemonade from Fresh Time. So yeah, Tanya said something to me the other day, and she goes, I feel like summer is almost over, and I'm just getting used to summer. I said, summer is not almost over, Tanya. Like, we're halfway through the summer right now, you know? And I feel like for adults, like, summer goes even past that with, like, the nice weather and stuff. Now, in Indiana, the pool's closed, so, like, our pool will close Labor Day weekend. But that doesn't mean that you can't go outside and it's not 80 or 90 degrees in September. It's still going to be nice. I can still sit on my front porch, you know. So yeah, I feel like we've got like a lot of nice weather ahead of us. The grass, strangely enough, after 3 days of raining, is now back to this like really like nice, lush green color. And I took the fern down today. I had it over there, and then I had hung it back up, and it kind of looked like it was doing well at first, and then it kind of started looking limp to me a little bit. So I took it down tonight, and you know, I had been watering on it, but there were still bits and pieces of like the bird nest that the birds had laid their eggs in and then left. So I took all of that out and put it in the trash, because I felt like maybe it wasn't being able to grow underneath it or whatever, because there was like some sticks, like twigs and sticks and stuff in there, and like hay or like dead grass. So I got all of that out there, and then I watered the fern again. I watered my plants, second night in a row that I'm watering them. It's so hot that I'm like, I've got to like keep on watering them. They look like they're doing pretty good. Every time Caroline, like sitting up here, I'm seeing the back of them. And I have to say, they don't look so great from the back. And there's like some dead things hanging off back here. We'll just pick that off while we're talking about it. See, there's like some dead stuff on here. But every time Caroline comes to pick me up, she's always like, I can't believe that your flowers and your plants are still doing so well. And like from the street, they look beautiful. I mean, they look like they're fully blooming, and they are. See, there's still some, do you see this? There's like flowers and stuff. I mean, they're still doing really well. I wouldn't say they're doing as well as like when I first got them, but they're doing good still. I love the pot that it comes in. I don't know if you can see this, but it's like, can you see that pot? Well, now you can see my leg, but you can see the pot. I got it at Costco, and that's so pretty. But anyway, the thing is, if I like picked out all the dead parts from it, like, I can't even really tell what's dead and what's not, honestly. But like whenever I water it, it like perks up. That's probably because I've only been watering it like every 3 to 4 days. But now I'm gonna start watering it. Like I'm gonna try to water them like every night, every other night is my plan. It literally takes me 2 seconds to water them. Like not even 2 seconds. I just put the hose in here and fill it up, put the hose in there and fill it up, fill up the fern, fill up that one, and then I kind of go back and do just a little bit, and then I'm done. That's it. I mean, it takes me like, probably less than 2 minutes to water my plants. I don't know why it's always like, I don't want to do it. I don't know why. I don't know what that's about. You know, it's like, are you literally so lazy that you can't water the plants for 2 minutes? It's just like, usually I'm sitting out here and I'm either vlogging or I'm watching my shows on my iPad and I don't want to get my feet wet is what it is. These are big problems, you guys. These are big problems, okay? It's like, well, I don't want to get my feet wet, and then if I want to go inside, I don't want to try, because it's like, it's all over the cement here. Whenever I say that, I always am like hyper conscious on video, like not in my real life, but like on video I am, because people say I say cement wrong. Maybe that's a Midwestern thing that we say cement instead of like cement. Although I know people that say cement as well, like the cement truck. See, I always say cement truck, don't I? I don't know. I don't know. Oh man. All the stars. There's like not a cloud in the sky tonight. I can't believe it. It's supposed to be really pretty tomorrow. It's supposed to be 92 and sunny all day long. I'm really excited about it. Hold on a second. Let's see. Now watch, it'll say something like thunderstorms likely in the weather. It's 77 degrees outside, you guys. And clear skies, 77 degrees. Nope, tomorrow 92, low of 68, full sun. And this is the forecast, 92 degrees. Winds 9 miles per hour. 5% chance of precipitation. Sunny skies, high 92. Winds west to northwest at 5 p.m. or 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 6:33 a.m. Sunset will be at 9:07 p.m. Moonrise will be at 1:23 a.m. and moonset will be at 3:20 p.m. I don't know what I don't know if I know the difference between moonrise and moonset. Is that when the moon comes out that you can see it? Hold on a second. Does it say moonrise? Did it say AM or PM? Hold on. 1:23 a.m. Okay. What is... I love the Google so much. You guys have no idea. What is moonrise? I mean, I know it's when the moon rises, but like, doesn't 1:23 in the morning seem kind of late? Moonrise. The rising or time of rising of the moon above the horizon. Okay, well now we know that. This is not like a great picture of me. Like, I feel like I look kind of gutted here or something, but oh well, nobody cares, right? So, yeah, there you got it. Now you know what the moonrise is. Must be the time that you can actually see it. I can tell you that, like, right where I'm sitting, I can see the moon at about 3 to 3:30 a.m. Like, it starts coming, like, right into view at about 3 to 3:30 a.m. Just in case you wanted to know. Do you ever wonder why they put TV shows out at Pacific time? Like 3 a.m. is when they put a TV show out, like, for Thursday. Like, Why Pacific time? You know, I mean, why not Central time? Why not Paris time? I don't know. Paris time isn't probably called Paris time, is it? The older you get, the more you realize what you don't know. You know what I mean? And what I don't know is a lot. Do you guys remember when I used to say that in videos a lot? What you don't know is a lot. It's the truth, though. This water is like, it was in the refrigerator for like a half an hour, and it still is not that cold because I let it sit out here for so long that it got warm. I love when you like go to bed early and you wake up in the middle of the night. Like, this is like one of my favorite things in the entire world. And like you wake up from like a really good dream and you're like, oh. And you're like really thirsty for like a drink of water. So you go into like the bathroom or downstairs into the kitchen. I always go to the kitchen. And then you like get, I've talked about this on here like many times, and you get like a glass of like ice cold water, and you could just like chug and chug and chug and chug and chug and chug all of this like ice cold water. Now I have to tell you, I have two mugs. One is like this metal mug that I have. I don't know why, but it reminds me of like Little House on the Prairie, where you would like have that in the well, like tied to a string, and then you pull it up and have like, you know what I mean? And the other one is this like clay mug that I think it even has like an M on it for Monn or something like that, but it's this clay mug, and it's not even that big. It's like green. It's like nothing anybody would want. But my mom had it at the house that I was growing up in, and it was like mugs that she and my dad had from back in Chicago, and I've kept one. There were like 4, and I just like got rid of the other ones, and I've kept this one because it's like the only thing I like drinking out of it is water. Well, I've drank tea out of it sometimes, but I don't know why. There's something about this mug that is so good for drinking water. It is just like the most delicious thing to drink out of water, you know? Isn't that interesting? Like I have certain plates that I like to like and bowls that I like to like eat out of or off of versus others. Do you guys have that too? I have this one blue bowl that I've had, I mean, literally ever since I was a little kid, you guys. It's the bottom part of it is white, and the inside of it is like blue, and it's like sterling blue. It's beautiful, right? And like a really like dark steel kind of blue. And that was like when I would eat cereal as a kid, that was the only bowl that I ever wanted to eat out of. And we also had a bowl that had like pictures of fruit in the bottom of them. I still have both of those bowls, okay? And to this day, if I eat cereal, like we have these deep bowls that we got, I think at Crate & Barrel or Target or something. And I like eating out of those because you can put a lot of cereal, like I like granola on it, you know, or granola as cereal. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love all kinds of cereal. I don't get it very often because A, it's expensive, and B, like, I don't ever eat it for breakfast. I always eat it as just like a snack. But typically, if I'm eating cereal, I still eat it out of that blue bowl. Is that not hilarious? Here's one of my favorite treats. So when I was a little kid, every once in a while for like a special treat, we would have, I feel like all of my stories just repeat each other anymore. I guess I ran out of stories. I don't know. But my mom, as a special treat, she would get half and half, like creamer, you know, not creamer, but half and half the milk. And then we would eat cereal with half and half. And as I got older, like sometimes I would drizzle honey like on the granola and then pour you want a special treat, go get whatever is your favorite kind of granola. I love peanut butter granola. And they also have at Costco this granola that is called birthday cake granola. It is so delicious, you guys. It's probably one of the best granolas I've ever had. And it's not really like, it's like 130 calories for like 2 cups, like, or 1 cup or something like that. But you get a lot for like, you know, the nutritional value of it. It's not bad at all. Like, you would think it'd be like real sugary and stuff, and it's not. And I actually had it with milk, but like almond milk or one of those milks, oat milk or something like that. But I think I had it with oat milk. I bought a big thing of oat milk. People also say I say milk wrong. They say I say it like M-E-L-K instead of M-I-L-K. Milk. Well, I'm from Indiana. I mean, that's what you get, right? But I so easily, I can't remember. I feel like I did this not too long ago, that I got some half and half and I ate something with it. But if you get granola, you want a special treat. Okay, here's what you do. You get a big bowl, and you get some granola, favorite kind of whatever. Okay, I don't feel like it works as well with cereal, but I think Alex just came downstairs because I feel like I just saw the light go on and off in there. But Captain Crunch is also great with it. Corn Pops, these are the ones I used to eat back in the day. But for some reason, granola is the best. Get granola, drizzle a bunch of honey on top of it, okay? Then pour your half and half on it. It is such a delectable treat. It is so delicious. Is that the right word? It is so good. It is so delicious. I love the fishes because they're so delicious. My mom used to also, this is when I was like skinny as a kid. I was always like real skinny as a little kid. And then like junior high, I don't know when I would have. It probably was when my hormones started changing and I gained weight. And I didn't get tall. Like that didn't happen to me until like high school, like late high school. And so I started putting on weight in junior high. But when I was younger, my mom, like not all the time, like this was not like a daily occurrence, but I would come home from school every once in a while and she would make me a special treat, and it was graham crackers with white frosting. Oh my God. I loved it so much. She also made these appetizers. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them before. I said something to my mom one time about like they were like my favorite things in the entire world, and she goes, "Those?" She's like, "They are so easy to make." And I made them one time, and they are really easy to make. So what you do is you get loaves of bread, and then you literally just stack like 3 or 4 pieces of bread on top of each other, and then you cut off the edges, right? So all you have is just the square of bread with none of the what do you call it? The PB&J with the cut off. Why can't I think of what it's called? PB&J with the wiggle my toes. Shoot! I know you guys were shouting at the camera. I can't remember like the stupidest things anymore. PB&J with the rinds cut. No, it's not rinds because that would be vegetables. Anyway, I'll think of it in a second. But you just cut that off, right? And then I have to look this up. This is gonna drive me crazy, you guys. PB. J with the crusts, Peter, with the crust cut off. PB&J with the crust cut off. So anyway, but this is not PB&J. So you just take like the bread, right? You're gonna cut a lot of this bread. This is just the easiest way to do it. So you cut the crusts off, right? Okay. Then you take it and you cut it into like thirds, if that makes sense, okay? So you've got now a strip of bread about that thick, right? Okay. And you're going to cut up a bunch of those. And then you get a can of, I can never remember if it's cream of mushroom or cream of chicken, but I think it's cream of mushroom soup, okay? But you can probably use whatever you want to. You get a can of cream of mushroom soup, okay? And then, do you have one of those like baster brushes? Okay, you take like a baster brush and you just like slick it on there, okay? Like on the bread. Like you just, like coat the bread, like you're doing like butter on a toasted bread or piece of bread. You just do that, but you do that with the soup, okay? And then you put a piece of bacon that's about that long, okay? And I can't remember if you put it on the inside or the outside. I think it would be the outside. You take it and you put it on the outside. You don't cook the bacon, okay? Fry the bacon, is that what we say? You don't fry the bacon, okay? You just put it like fresh, like out of the package on the outside. And I don't eat bacon anymore because I'm not a vegetarian. I know Sutton from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she's a vegetarian that eats bacon, but I don't, okay? So you put it on the outside and then you put a toothpick through it. And then you put it on a, what do you call it? Cookie sheet, and then you cook it. I don't remember how long. I don't remember. It was like 425. Well, I should look it up and see if I can. Okay. I don't know, the camera stops. I don't know if you got to see my excitement when I saw that I found them, and they're called Bacon Roll-Up Appetizers. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm going to read. Family favorite, definitely make twice what you think you need. Okay, so here I'm going to read you. Prep time 10 minutes, cook time 20 minutes, method bake. You need 1 pound of bacon, 1 loaf of white bread, I'm waiting, 1 can of 10.5 ounce cream of mushroom soup, condensed, mini toothpicks, mini, not as an M-I-N-I, but mini, like in several, okay? Like, see if I got the recipe right. Are you ready? How to make bacon roll-up appetizers. Cut crusts off bread and then cut all slices in half. Well, I didn't say half, I said thirds, but you do you, okay? Probably follow the recipe is what I would do. I think I did pretty good, didn't I? Okay. Cut all slices of bacon into thirds. Okay. Spread all the crustless bread halves with cream of mushroom soup. I'm like doing really good, aren't I? Take 1/3 of a slice of bacon and lay the bread slice on top of it and roll up. Secure with a toothpick. Place on cookie sheet that has lip on it. Continue until all bread is used up. I am like, I cannot believe this, and I don't cook, and I got this recipe almost exactly right. I am so proud of myself. Okay. You can freeze them at this point or bake in the oven on 425 degrees until browned approximately 20 minutes. Now, you want to turn them halfway through baking. Do not broil, as the bread will burn before the bacon is sufficiently cooked. Okay? Note, if you freeze them, you don't have to defrost them before cooking. You can just take them right out of the freezer, so if you make extra, you can make extra, okay? Now, if you want to see the recipe online, you literally just Google bacon roll-up appetizers, and you need to get a pen out right now, okay? Bacon roll-up appetizers. There's 1 review on this, and it's 5 stars, okay? And the website is called justapinch.com. Like just a pinch, you know, .com. Bacon roll-up appetizers. Now, I know somebody out there is going to make these, so I want you to make them. Real simple, aren't they? I want you to make them, and then I want you to comment in the comment section below. Or email me at petermonnbusiness@gmail.com and let me know how it works out for you. And if you like them, I would really like to know that, because this was a fan favorite or family favorite of mine that my mom used to make for me. And we would have those. She would have them for parties, but she always said, she goes, those were so easy. I don't know what, you know. So she would have them for little parties or dinner and, you know, get-togethers and things like that. But then every once in a while, I spent so much time with my mom as a kid on weekends that if, like, she was like, what do you want as a snack this weekend? We're going to the store. I'd be like, ooh, those bacon appetizer things. I loved those. So there you go. Little exciting treat for you. My mom also made, I should look up her recipe, but she also made orange bread that had actual, you put rind of the orange in it, okay? And it was so delicious. Let's see if I can find orange. But it's not, it doesn't look orange. It looks just like a loaf of homemade, like, white bread. Amazing orange cake. Orange juice bread. It's not orange juice bread. Orange bread recipe. Here it is. Happy Foods. Let's see. This doesn't look like it. It kind of is a little bit hard. Use a spatula. Okay, she's going all in on all this kind of stuff. Where's the orange part of it? Because I can tell you if that's how it is. She's mixing it all together. She's putting it in a bread box. Well, she didn't say anything about the orange. Oh, here it is. You like... Hold on. You like pour the orange juice into... That's not what you do. My mom's just had like, it really didn't taste like that orangish. I think that's why I really liked it. It just kind of tasted like a loaf of like really fresh bread. And that's why I liked it. And a friend of my mom's gave her a bread maker later in life. I actually still have it inside. I think that's where the orange bread recipe is at. And then, but she would put it in one of those loaf things, you know. Hold on a second. Now we're going to look up raw apple muffins. This was my mother's other favorite recipe that she made. This was probably my favorite thing of all. This was so good with chili, you guys, in the fall. Oh my God. You put some butter, cut them right down the middle and put some butter on it. Oh my gosh. Marion Cunningham's raw apple muffins. And they look exactly like my mother's raw apple muffins. You can see they have raw pieces of apple inside of them. Three recipes, that's where I draw the line when it comes to sharing recipes from a cookbook. Anything beyond that, and I'm no longer advertising a book that you should buy, and I'm just poaching recipes for my own gain. Oh, I like that she says that. So anyway, I've never made much of a muffin man. Yeah, I remember it looking like oatmeal. You stir the apple chunks with sugar, then pour in liquid mixture of egg, oil, and vanilla extract, and a flour mixture that contains baking soda, cinnamon, and salt. The last two ingredients really round things out. Raisins. Who's coming down my street so fast, so late at night? They went the other way, so I can't see. I use an ice cream scoop to get the batter into the muffin tin, and once that... Oh, wait, where was I? The last two ingredients really round things out. Raisins and walnuts. I don't remember my mom putting raisins and walnuts in hers. Maybe they would have even been better. But I didn't really like walnuts when I was a kid. Maybe that's why she didn't use it. I don't think her cookies had raisins and walnuts in it. I use an ice cream scoop to get the batter into the muffin tin, and once that happens, you're done. I will tell you that these muffins, like, you can see it on the tin in the picture, so if you want to go, just Google raw, you'd have to take lots of notes today in the vlog, okay, raw apple muffins, and if you go down about past, like, the first four things, I don't know if you can see it, but if you go past the first four things, there's like a big article. And the article says, Marion Cunningham's Raw Apple Muffins, the Amateur Gourmet. That's exactly my mom's recipe if you take out the raisins and the walnuts. Now, if you want to put the raisins and the walnuts in there, I'm sure that's completely fine. The thing about it is, and you'll see when you look at the picture that's on here, I can't show it to you because the lighting is so bad, but like, the picture on here that they show when you go to the article is, the muffins look messy. Like, they don't look like perfectly rounded muffins, and they're not supposed to. My mom always put them in a basket, and she would put them in this, like, she had this, like, blue and white napkin that she would, like, put in there, and she would fold them over, and they just, like, looked like Little Red Riding Hood had, like, you know, gone down the street to, like, take this basket of muffins to somebody. And I can just remember I was so excited, and whenever she would make those, if I came home from school, like, in the fall, it'd be, like, a fall October day, and it'd be kind of, like, rainy outside, you know, but, like, all the leaves would be blowing, we'd get excited for Halloween, and my mom would have made, like, a crock pot of chili or something, you know, and, did she make her chili in the crock pot? I can't remember. I think sometimes she did. But she make, like, you know, a pot of chili, and then I'd come in and I could smell it immediately that she had the raw apple muffins. And she would also make garlic bread, because garlic bread was not, the raw apple muffins were like the dessert part of it. It was so good. I think it's funny, you know, like, when I look back on my childhood and I think about, like, the little things that my mom did, you know, like, that meant so much to me. Like, I can remember being a really little kid and, like, you know, if she made my bed, like, before I made my bed, she would, like, tuck in my stuffed animals like they were asleep in the bed, you know, and that always made me feel so comforted. I can remember several times that she put notes, you know, in my lunch. If I took my lunch to school, most times I ate at lunch or at school. But, like, you know, she would, like, put a, you know, a note in my lunchbox, or, you know, she would put a lunch or a note in my backpack and just hope you have a good day with a little smiley face. My dad did that a lot too. Both of my parents were like big note leavers, just in the most random places. I remember my dad, this was before my parents got separated, like every night that he would come home, he always wore a sport coat. He'd say, okay, which pocket is it? And like, it'd be like the outer two pockets and then like the inner two pockets. And somewhere in there was a hidden candy bar. And like, he didn't do this every night. It wasn't like I was eating candy bars. But I'd say once or twice a week he would do that. And he would bring me like a Kit Kat or like a 100,000 grand was like my favorite, you know. And I'd always get so excited about that. I think it's little small things like that. I think really honestly sometimes those are the small things that really treat or teach people, I think, kindness and compassion sometimes, you know. I think that we really, I'm just kind of talking right now so I don't even know what I'm saying, but like I feel like sometimes, like, we confuse it with, like, you have to be the most giving, caring person in the world. You have to be there and be like, okay, I'm listening to you. Like, I think all of that is really great as a parent, you know, but, like, the moments that were really great with my mother, of which there were many moments, you know, and so much of my childhood was just magical. And then there was a lot that wasn't, you know, because of the drinking. But other than that, you know, I think about, like, the small moments. I think my mom teaching me a love of books, you know, and treating books, you know, nicely and correctly, and I think politeness. And not being stern or mean about it, you know, but just, it was funny because we were watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Kenya's daughter, Brooklyn, who's like 2 or 3, I think 3, she came up and she said, Mommy, can I have some popcorn? And they were at like this play thing, like, you know, where it has like the slides with the balls in it and everything like that. And Kenya said, Brooklyn, how do you ask Mommy? And Brooklyn said, Mommy, may I have some popcorn, please? And she said, sure, honey. And she walked her over there and she got some popcorn. That was how my parents raised me. And it was never in this stern, you did it wrong kind of way of, you better do this or you better do that. I will say maybe when I was older in high school, it was a little bit like that. Never stern. Just, you know, like, I think, correcting, you know. I wouldn't say stern, though. I would always just say, but like as a child, it was very much like what I witnessed in that show. Just like, you know, like, so like if a parent's friend of mine, you know, was Susie Smith, and, well, that's not true, because some of my parents' friends, close friends, I called them by my first names. Business associates of my dad's, I never called them by their first names. I always called them Dr. and Mrs., always. Even if they were like my dad's partner, well, his wife, I called by her first name, but she was like my mom's best friend too. But so many people, like neighbors and whatever, always called Mr. and Mrs. Still to this day, if I saw them, I would call them Mr. and Mrs. I wouldn't call them by their first name, you know? And that was how I was introduced to them. So that was, you know, and it was always about respecting your elders. And I feel like we've lost that a lot, you know? And I'm not necessarily saying that if you disagree with an elder that you should just always respect them. I think there's ways to say things and whatever. But I think that general respect of people, of elders that aren't problematic, let me say that, okay? You know, your grandma, Susie Smith, that isn't causing any trouble. I think to be rude to Susie Smith and is not nice, okay? Like, we can be nice, and you know what I'm saying? Like, if Grandma Susie is not problematic and, you know, saying things she shouldn't say, well, then let's respect our elders, you know what I mean? I know, it's a different world, it's a different generation, you know. I still see a lot of people that do that today, you know. I like that, well, so culturally, I don't know if this is a Latino thing or if it's a Venezuelan thing, so please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. But there's this thing that they do, it's called, I think it's called Bendicion, and it's this thing that, like, you do to your elders, like, when you see them. Like, Alex with his grandmother, he always does it, and it's like, you, like, give her a kiss on the cheek, and then you say this thing, and whatever. And it's always like, you greet your elders in a certain way. Carlitos and Sebastian always say this thing. They always, I mean, and they're very, very shy. Like, you know, give them 15 minutes and they're like, they're typical kids, right? Give them 15 minutes of being around us and they're like, Tio Peter, Tio Peter, Tio Peter, Tio Peter, Tio Alex, Tio Alex, Tio Alex, Tio Alex, right? But like at first, they're real shy, you know? But they always do like this Bendicion thing. Like it's supposedly a sign of respect. I don't know. And you know, they take that stuff very, very seriously. They take like godparents very seriously. I'm Sebastian's godfather and Alex is Carlitos' godfather. And, you know, they take that stuff very seriously. It was such an honor to me. You know, when my in-laws asked me if I would be Sebastian's godfather, it was like a huge, 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 huge honor, you know? And I grew up knowing who, like, my godparents were, and, you know, that my parents picked them for very specific reasons. My mom talked about it a lot. Like, actually, like, the older I got and stuff, she was always like, well, when I thought you were younger, if something happened to your dad and I, like, I mean, that's who you would live with. And I'm like, before I think Aunt Kathy was my godmother. Now I can't even remember, and it was brought up to me all the time. I feel like I had two godmothers. I feel like it was my Aunt Kathy and, like, a really good friend of my mom's. Like a friend that I don't talk about on here, but that was also one of my mom's really, really great friends from high school. That was just always very solid. And then I know that my godfather on my dad's side, yeah, I did. I had two godfathers on my dad's side and two godmothers on my mom. Well, I had two godmothers and two godfathers, not on a side. But my godparents were my uncle, my dad's oldest brother, his Uncle Dick, and then my dad's best friend. And I can remember my mom saying, like, you know, like, if something would happen to your you know, to us, like, she didn't say this to me when I was, like, 5. I mean, she said this to me when I was, like, 12. You know, she said, like, I can remember, like, thinking when you were younger, like, I don't know who I would want you to go live with, but these are the people that we picked for you know, that would watch over you if something happened to us, kind of thing. This vlog has gone in a weird direction tonight, hasn't it? Raw Apple Muffins to godparents and who you're going to live with if your parents die. I mean, this has gone all over the place. This is too much, okay? And you're too much, and always be too much. And cheers to being too much. Cheers to my bacon roll-up appetizers and raw apple muffins. May you eat your house down tonight with cereal and half and honey. Granola, though, don't forget that. And raw apple muffins. I know there's somebody out there, I know, and you're not even probably going to comment about it, but you're going to make all of these things I talked about this weekend. I know you are. Don't forget my mom's deviled eggs. If you're going to make it, make deviled eggs as well, okay? And chicken a la king out of the can. I wonder if you can still get chicken a la king out of the can. Hold on a second, because I'm gonna prepare your whole meal for you, okay? Since it's a little hot for chili. It's too hot for chili. Okay, chicken a la, oh, here, it pulled it right up. Classic chicken a la king. Well, there's recipes for it. Here, let's pull up shopping, because that's what my mom said. She just got a can of it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Swanson's chicken a la king made with white and chicken dark. And this is all you do. Here it is, right here. $1.25 Instacart. Oh my God, you guys, I'm not even lying to you. Do you see? So you just heat this up. This is what you do. I'm going to give you, this is like cooking with Peter. You heat this up, and then you get those biscuits. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, or the biscuits that come in the roll, and then you take the spoon and you hit that thing and it goes boom, like that. Okay, those biscuits, you get them, and you cook those up, and then you put 2 of the biscuits down on a plate, right? Now, you need to have some vegetables on the side. Like, my mom always did, like, broccoli, like steamed broccoli, and she would put, like, vinegar on it. I loved vinegar with everything as a kid. Or cucumbers with vinegar, a little side salad, you know, something like that, right? Carrots, peas, whatever have you. But you need to have some vegetables. Asparagus. I loved asparagus when I was a little kid. I don't think I've ever said this in a video before in my entire life. Oh, I should save that in case that psychic ever brings it up to me. Well, I had a nickname when I was a kid. Yeah, I'm going to save that for a psychic, because if my mom ever says that to me in a video, or in a video, if a psychic ever says your mom used to call you this as a little kid, then I'll remember. Have I ever shared this in a video? I don't know, but oh hell, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to find a psychic that says this to me. So when I was a little kid, I used to love asparagus, okay? Like when I was a baby, I think like asparagus was like my favorite like baby food, something like that. And so my mom's friend, this woman that was I think she was one of my godmothers. I know my aunt was, but this other friend, she would call me Mr. Asparagus Man. And I can remember the fern. We had a fern on our porch, and she would just get me laughing and laughing. I can remember being like 4 or 5, maybe 5 or 6, and she would just say, Mr. Asparagus Man. She would come to visit us, and she would stay with us for like a week, and she would go, Mr. Asparagus Man, and I just laugh and laugh. I thought it was so funny. I loved it. And I would be sitting on the floor next to this fern. That's why I mentioned the fern. But anyway, so you take your 2 biscuits, and then you pour the chicken a la king over it, okay? $1.25, I saved you a dinner, real cheap there, okay? And a can of biscuits, or what? I don't know, $1.50, a $3 dinner for 4. Listen, I just saved you a lot of money, okay? And get you some frozen broccoli and heat it up and put some vinegar on it as a dressing, and you're set to go, okay? There you go. You're ready, see? Cooking with Peter, here it is, Cooking with Peter. That's gonna be the title of my vlog tonight. Whew, Peter's cooking hot in the kitchen from all of this heat out here, my lord. All right, you guys, it is, it's 12:59, so I'm gonna get off here, and I'm gonna start rendering my vlog, and so I can go to bed early tonight, and then I'm gonna go and have a pool day with Tanya Jean tomorrow, and then this vlog is already done, so, oh, the breeze. So when I come back on Friday, I will tell you all about my pool day and what I did on Thursday night. So anyway, I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Thursday. I love you guys so much. This was fun tonight. I actually planned on just coming out and vlogging for like a half an hour, and I ended up doing like 51 minutes or something. So this was fun. And I hope that you guys, like I said, are having a magically amazing Thursday. And remember these 3 important things. Number 1, you can start your day whenever you want. Number 2, practice random acts of kindness, but don't tell anyone. Number 3, and most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how important they are to you. And number 4, cook all the meals that I talked about tonight in the video and let me know if you like them or not, okay? Peter's favorites, Cooking with Peter. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Well, I'll see you on Friday. Bye. Love ya. Happy birthday, Lena. Okay, I just had to, because I haven't done this. Well, I actually did it on the video the other day, but I haven't like stopped it and then started it again and added this on there. So I wanted to add, for all of you out there, one more I love you. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.